So you are in a weird spot. And we answered a question that was sort of similar to this, that you are in no man's land because you obviously want her to be happy. You obviously want to encourage a different side of her personality. You obviously don't want to feel like you're holding her back or been the one. You don't want to resent you for any of that. So you should find, say, I'm going to help you do this, and then find her some local opportunities in Georgia. There really is no reason to go to Los Angeles.
But if she's hell-bent on Los Angeles, like people get this idea of Los Angeles and then they get here and like, you know, a Meisner class is what she should be doing. That's 2 years minimum for her to have some chops. Then she's got to build her reel, her headshots, blah, 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 blah. So,
and like, you got to learn how to that. You got to learn how to audition. You got to learn.
And it's all on video. Good luck with that because I've been doing it for years. It fucking sucks. But she could come here for 1 year and meet the men. They're not the same men. They're not that friend. You got to have a different attitude than Georgia men. So,
well, you can't even sleep your way into the biz now anymore, can you? Or you still can?
Oh, I don't think you can. I don't know.
Think you can.
I think it's been like the 80s. That was done.
I think it's done. I think that guys are afraid to do that either. So it just, a lot of people do give up on acting before they even learn the business, before they even learn the town or whatever. So that will be too much of a frustrating experience for her. We're giving you boyfriend advice, but really we're giving her career advice because I think it's over for you anyway. Supportive boyfriend. I think you try and take classes with her.
Good idea.
Be right with her. Do things like that. So if you're interested in still dating her, so it shows that you really are supportive of this and give her every opportunity to succeed, because you don't want to be the one who kills the dream and then she resents you forever. Because if she doesn't try this, she's going to dump you anyway.
Yeah, and wait, 34 is the perfect time for a woman to have a midlife crisis, because what she's doing is she's either going to pop out a baby or she's going to go.
Life's going to change anyway.
Yeah, she's right at that point of like, you're either going to marry me, we're going to have babies, or I'm going to go and live the last of my, they start thinking 40 is crazy.
10 years in this finance job.
No.
A lot of people, she's burnt out.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't matter if she's an attorney or an accountant or anything. It's time for her to have a second act. You need to be supportive of that either way, because she could come home tomorrow and say, I want to have babies. And if that's what you want, fine. But she has every right to do what she wants and change her mind. And if you are truly supportive boyfriend in Marietta, Georgia, you give her a path to work this out first. And if that includes you, the best for both of you. Right?
Get your breakup cake now.
All right, next one. This is from Pascal. Also via our Facebook page. My girlfriend's mother creeps me out. I feel like she is hitting on me with her eyes. She always makes inappropriate comments. There is way too much sexual innuendo. My girlfriend says she is just being playful, but it really comes close to the edge, and I'm afraid she's going to walk into me in the shower or something. I don't think it's I think it's a problem because I can just feel eventually it's going to go too far. I don't in any way encourage it, and I'm trying not to be rude, but it's creepy. And no, she's not a hot young mom. She's really unattractive, and this makes her even more so. How can I handle this and make it stop?
You should flirt back, right? I mean, right?
Why does it matter that she's not hot? Like, if she's hot,
that's
you'd be
what I'm
okay
saying.
with it?
I'm like, the fact that she's not hot would mean I'd be like, hey there, sexy lady,
I have, I've heard this a lot from girls that, like, his dad, his uncle was checking me out. I have had this happen to me before where I felt the mother was a little too... I bet you guys had fun last night, like a little too creepy and there was a weird mother-daughter dynamic like that was competitive, which you can run into a lot too. So I get how it could be uncomfortable. I think you just got to deal with it. Like, you got to deal with it. Like, she's not touching you. She's not doing anything. And if it's not so obvious that the girl is bringing it, like you said, your girlfriend says she's just being playful. It's not a problem for the girlfriend. She's not touching you. You're going to have to fucking deal with it.
Don't old ladies do, like, older ladies do that because they think they can. It's kind of like an old man
and
being
she wants
really
to feel
dirty.
good.
Yeah, so I would bring, like...
I'd flirt back.
I would bring, my girlfriend and the mom flowers. And it might evolve into something where the mom... she wants to feel
attractive, or she wants to.
Yeah.
There probably is a little mother-daughter competition here. There's no harm, we think. I believe. Just play along. Just
it's
have
silly
fun with
flirting,
it.
right?
Unless you guys all live together. Like, why are you showering in the house? Where are you guys all living? Is this a multifamily home? Like, what are you doing here? I get this. I've been in this. I've had it with the girl, and her dad was a little bit too like, my daughter looked good last night, and it was kind of creepy. Like, there's a lot. There's creepy.
Ivanka trumping.
Yes, exactly. There's creepy shit. It's weird. Like, Trump supposedly, besides his thing for Ivanka, he really liked girls who look like Ivanka.
Sure. That's why he had a blonde
weird.
Ivanka. So, like, he was fucking girls that looked like his daughter. And, I mean, I'm not by any means like stomping around for Trump, but I'm saying he's just acknowledging, like, my son is ridiculously handsome. Like, when I look at him, I'm like, damn, I made you. You're welcome.
Right. So it's like parental pride. I made a good-looking child.
I think Trump is such a narcissist that he looks at her and goes,
yeah,
hey,
these are
he
mine.
doesn't do that with Tiffany.
But Tiffany's pretty. She's pretty-ish.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
She is.
Why are you nicer than me?
You don't think she's pretty? She's not as pretty as her mom.
You know what? She's smart, and she didn't use the family as much as she could have.
Yeah.
And she had a lot of awkwardness to deal with, and she's strong, and she doesn't have that glazed look Ivanka looks. You know, she looks alive.
It is weird where he likes the Ivana kids the best.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem that tight with Barron, and he doesn't seem that tight with Tiffany. It's the three that were with the first wife, Ivana.
You don't think he's in love with Melania?
Oh, I know. I think he's in love but the kid with Melania, he doesn't seem as devoted to.
Barron
maybe the kid's
seems
just
autistic.
Barron, but Barron's like 7 feet tall.
He's weird, and he hasn't really spent time with. I mean, listen.
But maybe his mother's
weird.
just like, stay away from it. It's a weird situation.
It's a weird
for all
situation. I mean, I don't know. I think they go back and forth, but I mean, no, Tiffany, no. If she didn't have plastic surgery, she's like the Kardashians or the young Kardashians.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian is hot. Everyone else, disgusting. You're just like, thank God you got rich.
But because they improved it a little bit.
They improved it a lot of it.
Yeah.
And good for them.
And good for them.
Yeah.
All right, Pascal. Again, suck it up. You guys, I can't believe these are your problems, guys. These are not so bad. You at least have some girl that is either likes you. Have girlfriends, a lot of you, or you have a hot chick in the building. So shut the fuck up. Okay, the next one. Brendan in Virginia. I'm thinking of proposing by the end of the year. I am thinking about how to do it, where, etc. I want it to be special. I want it to be romantic. How long do you think it needs to be? I don't want to just blurt it out. I am also afraid the longer it goes, the more it can go wrong. Any ideas of a happy medium? What the fuck? How long does it need to be? Like it's a paper?
I don't know. That's a weird question.
That's such a weird question.
Maybe he's afraid she won't say yes, or...
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people go through these elaborate proposals now, and you're almost trying not to spoil it, but you do, and then she's waiting for it. I think, here's my philosophy on proposals. I think they're hugely important because I think this is the most important conversation you will ever have with the woman you love. So I think that if you treat it like that, well, this is the most important conversation we are ever going to have, so I want to say what I want to say, then you say what you want to say. And if everything you want to say can be summed up in a Twitter-length tweet, say it. Stop worrying about the bells and the whistles. Do not propose on a scoreboard at a stadium.
No, I totally
Don't do
disagree.
Any of that shit. You want the bells and whistles?
Well, first of all, she's not going to remember shit you said. Nothing. All she's going to be looking at is like the diamond. Oh my God, I'm planning a wedding. If she's into it, I mean,
see, I believe in the ring.
I'm an adult, but like you're so rushed. Like I've been engaged 3 times, not including my marriage, but this one. Sorry,
the current one, the current fiance.
Yeah. He proposed to me at the Madonna Inn over a really
that's a nice
the
place.
Pink room.
Yeah,
and, I mean,
that's
dining room. Yeah,
yes.
It was. He got on his knee like a gentleman, which if you knew him is shocking. And he said a lot of nice things, but.
You don't remember any of them.
Well, I was crying. I was in a blur. But
Should we hand over a transcript after so you remember? Frame it? Here's what I
you
said.
You could get a poem and then she has it forever.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think... Oh, gosh. I think this is like... This girl's going to tell this goddamn story for the next year or two until you get married. Then she's going to tell it for the rest of her life. If you make it pretty damn beautiful where she didn't know and and maybe her friends were
So you
involved.
want the bells and whistles. That is a good point. My chiropractor, oddly, he's like working on my back because I had a car accident, and so I had to get some chiropractoring. And he goes, "Hey, can I ask you something? You're a writer, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Can you take a look at this?" And I'm like, "What does he want me to do? Is he working on a screenplay or something?"
Oh, no.
Because it's Los Angeles. and it's his proposal that he had written. And it was nice and it was sweet. Could I have probably tweaked a word or two? It was too personal. I'm like, I go, this is fine. If this is what you want to say and the way you want to say it, don't ask anybody else. Just do it. And he did it in a really nice place. She'll probably remember the place. She'll probably remember the ring. She'll probably remember the moment. A word or two will not matter, is what you're saying.
Don't do it at like a baseball game, because that's generic and it's not that cool. Unless you're like Kanye West and you rented out the whole fucking stadium.
And you better be sure she says yes.
Yeah, but I do think that there's like kind of, you know,
want some thought.
I want like some major thought. Like, you know, you're walking on the beach and that's the first place you met, and there's a candlelight dinner. You spent $400 on some event place, you know, setting it up. There's music playing. Think of The Bachelor. Okay, these bitches watch The Bachelor.
That's true.
Do not fuck it up. Like, I'm sorry, they're obsessed. So you better make sure.
I know. It's why
it's not
taking
that
on a
hard
date now.
to
It's like,
do.
I don't have a jet. You know, that's true. Yeah, it's not that. So put some imagination into it.
Yeah.
Make it seem like you just thought it. Don't just be casually walking down the street and then drop to a knee spontaneously. There's some points for spontaneity. You're losing the specialness by doing it that way. So don't worry about length. Worry about feeling.
Yeah, and don't you think
right?
the girl you want her to say like, "Oh my God, you've been planning this a month. I knew you were acting weird."
Yeah, make it seem. Yeah, I know you know you're acting weird. That's a good one. Make it seem like you thought about it. And the rest of you can think about this. We're going to take one more break, and then we're going to come back with the big finish right after this. And we are back for the big finish here, the final one. And this is from Marcus in Seattle.
I'm excited.
There is a girl in my office who is absolutely amazing. She has had a boyfriend for a while, but I can tell she's not happy. I've heard from many people they're going to break up, but for months now I have been waiting and they never seem to be completely over. I've tried to be patient. I want to get close to her, but if I get too close now, I am worried I will end up in the friend zone before she's actually single. But I also feel that if I am not around her when the time comes, somebody else will move in first. How can I subtly nudge her towards the breakup while also positioning me to be the next in line? Yes. Oh, man.
This is a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
You want my opinion?
Yeah, I want to hear yours because yours is nicer.
I would I would make my move right now.
Wow.
I would give her an alternative right in front of her face. So I wouldn't be like, hey, giving her relationship advice or telling her how to break up. I would ask her out and let her say, no, I have a boyfriend. And then I would ask her out again. And I would ask her out again every Friday until she broke up. And then you're first in line.
Dude.
It doesn't sound like she's going to be like, I told you I have a boyfriend. Who gives a shit? Right? You got to be ballsy.
I actually, okay, first of all, if you watch The Office, Jim and Pam on The Office?
Yeah.
He was kind of the master, but he waited a really long time. But yeah, I do think like what you do is exactly that. When she's complaining about her boyfriend, you go, you know what? I know you got a boyfriend, but let me change your mind. And her panties will get wet. She's ready to go, and you'll let her. Girls can relationship hop like none other.
Yeah.
She just needs a backup.
A lot of people don't break up because they're afraid they won't have another seat waiting for them.
Yeah.
Show her the seat.
Yeah, and then
be the seat.
When you see her, be the seat. When you finally go out with her, I think you lay it thick. Like totally say, man, I have to tell you. You drive me nuts. You drive me crazy. I love everything about you. Because if she's about to break up with that dude, he hasn't been giving her shit. Right? He hasn't been saying, I love you. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
Right.
Laughing
She's
at her
clearly
jokes.
not happy.
Yeah.
Or you make it, there's a group maybe you get an ally in the office where you get a bunch of you guys to go out to Seattle, so Applebee's or something.
Karaoke.
No, you bring